Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. Today I will be briefing on selection errors. So let's jump right into it. Personnel selection directly and significantly affects the quality of employees, and hence it has always been an important topic for organizations, including public agencies and private enterprises. Selection decisions can be simple or complex and can be loaded with many errors. There are two types of selection errors. The false positive error, which is a decision that is made to hire an applicant based on predicted success but failure results. And also the false negative errors, which is when an applicant who would have succeeded is rejected based on predictions or failure. Selection of qualified personnel is a key success factor for an organization. Personnel selection directly and significantly affects the quality of employees, and hence, it has always been an important topic for organizations, as I mentioned, including public agencies and private enterprises. Various approaches, such as the analytic hierarchy process, the AHP, have been developed to help organizations make the best personnel selection decisions to place the right people in the right jobs. Modern approaches, however, recognize that selection is a complex process that involves a significant amount of vagueness and subjectivity. So we know by now that selection decisions can be simple or complex. In a study by Gatewood, Field, and Barrick in 2010, they found out that simple selection decisions involve one position with several applicants, while complex selection decisions involve several applicants and several positions. In a perfect world, the selection decision will result in hiring the candidates that will be successful in the job and rejecting those that will not. However, in the real world, many errors occur in the selection process. According to Gatewood's research back in 2010, there are two types of selection decision errors: the false positive and the false negatives. The false positive errors occur when applicants successfully pass through all of the selection phases and are employed, but prove to be unsuccessful on the job. On the other hand, we have the false negatives. Gatewood's research explains that false negative errors occur when applicants who would have been successful on the job are rejected. These applicants may have been rejected at any phase of the selection process. Although these errors are almost impossible to detect as compared to false positive errors, they can be equally damaging to the organization. Okay, so let's talk about costs. According to Stone's research, an organization that makes a false positive error incurs in three types of costs. The first type of cost is or are those incurred while the person is employed. This can be the result of production or profit losses, damaged public relations or company reputation. It can be accidents due to ineptitude or negligence. It can also be absenteeism, and so on, so forth. The second type of costs are those associated with training, transfer, or terminating the employee. Actually, the cost of terminating the employee is the third type of cost, and it includes cost of recruiting, selecting, and training a replacement. Generally, the more important the job, the greater the cost of the selection error. Okay, so going back to false negative errors, this can be very, very highly costly as well. For example, an electric engineer applicant rejected at one organization may prove costly if the engineer develops a new marketable product for a competitor. Moreover, a candidate from a legally protected group who has been inappropriately rejected for a position may successfully challenge the incorrect decision in a costly lawsuit by filing a discrimination charge. So, having said all this, we can conclude that effective selection methods and procedures can result in fewer selection errors and their accompanying cost. We know that Gatewood's research proposes that decision-maker personnel therefore should minimize false positive and false negative errors by making two things: making use of standardized selection procedures that have the highest validity for the selection situation, and by employing proven decision-making strategies when suing scores obtained from valid selection procedures as a basis for hiring job applicants. Finally, answering the following questions will help the manager take precautions. The first one: what are the best methods for collecting information on job applicants? Second, how should scores be combined on predictors to give applicants an overall or total score for selection decision-making purposes? And finally, how should this overall score be used to make selection decisions? I really hope this brief helps you have a better understanding about the selection errors. I will be uploading more informative videos regarding this topic, as well as Six Sigma, Green Belt, and Black Belt. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. And if there is any other topic in particular that you would like me to go over first, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section below, or you can also email me, and I will be more than happy to go over those topics first. Well, till next time, take care.